Williams, and I'm here with Dave Santo of AeroStar. And Dave has been a client with us for just a couple of months and just getting started with us. So, Dave, I wanted to ask you, you had some concerns about marketing before you hired ABCI. What were those concerns?
Well, Paula, thanks for allowing me to come here and talk a little bit about the successes that we've experienced working with you. My biggest concern as a business owner was return on investment. Marketing has always seemed like a soft or an intangible asset that you couldn't really put a dollar sign on, and it was hard for me to spend the money without understanding how is this going to benefit the bottom line.
Right. Yeah, getting those dollars back is not always as easy to track as it should be. And I know, we went through a lot of discussions about that. And what finally made up your mind about that, or finally assuaged that concern for you?
Well, there was a couple things, Paula. Number one, you had done a drip marketing campaign to us for some time, and frankly, we had ignored it. We had really been looking at it behind the scenes, and we were impressed that you were specialized in our industry, in the aviation industry, and that you were consistent without being a electronic stalker, I guess. You were very consistent and thorough and didn't give up on us. The other thing that I think really impressed me about you, we downloaded your ebook. I read your ebook, and it just made sense. Being kind of a reader, I then went out to Amazon.com and bought your book, Aviation Marketing in the New World. And it really helped me to understand just how organized your plan is, the process by which you are going to take on our marketing effort. But the biggest and the final thing that really sold me on ABCI and working with you and your team, Paula, is that you took the time to listen to us before you suggested solutions. Other marketing agencies that we had talked to didn't understand aviation. Clearly, they didn't understand our lingo. And they started to suggest solutions to problems without listening to our unique issues. You took the time to listen, and I think that's really brilliant of you, and kudos to you and your team, because then you diagnosed our problems correctly. That time you spent allowed you to make a targeted marketing plan for us that we are now executing on.
Right. Well, we've had a lot of fun executing that with you.
It has been fun. Yeah,
it's been great having a client that respects their students and their prospective clients as much as it takes to do that long cycle marketing. And, that's not for everyone. I know a lot of people are really into putting the thumb screws on their customers, and, you're definitely not one of those. But that long cycle marketing is a little bit different, and I know we also have a collaborative relationship with you. A lot of people want the marketing done for them. How has the collaboration worked for you? I know it creates more work for you.
Well, it has, Paula. You've made us do a lot of work. Initially, again, you sent us a questionnaire that you had us fill out a lot of questions, and one of the things that you told us right up front, the amount of time and effort that we put into answering those questions was going to drive how effective the results were going to be.
Right.
Like a doctor diagnosing a patient, again, you're really taking a look at who is our customer, what is our business, who might be our secondary customers. There was a lot of information that I know that you derived out of that. So we did. We committed and we spent the time to go through that questionnaire and try to really think about it and reflect, and it asked questions that we hadn't thought of. Then, as we were presented the actual marketing plan, we could see where our marketing dollars were going to go. And you presented us with measurable, tangible results. No other marketing company had done that. They had sold us or tried to sell us on these very soft skills and soft results. You were very clear on, hey, there's all these different things that are out there for marketing companies to use. we think the best ones for you are these. We think that you need to stay away from these others because the dollars and cents aren't there yet. And you've really helped us to be very laser focused on our clients, on our industry.
Right. And then we've just started to get some results back. Just started to get some leads rolling in and some improved traffic on your website. And so is that meeting your expectations at this point?
Well, we had put a 90-day goal internally to track the progress of how the marketing effort is going. And one of the things we were looking for was the launch of a new website. We had a website and it was working for us, but you showed us how to look up online the ranking of our site, basically a way to measure the success of that site. You worked very closely with our web designer to launch a new site. And one of our goals was to come from a placement of about 7 millionth, being Google, I guess, is number one. We were down around the 7 million. Within 60 days, you've brought our website already up to under 2 million in ranking. That's a huge, to go from the 7 millionth percentile to the 2 millionth percentile. I think we're closing the gap on Google pretty fast.
Well, I don't know that we'll ever beat Google, but we certainly will beat 1 million, I think, within the 90-day window that we're looking at. So, Dave, I know you are in the business of education, and you are training people every day. And one of the things that ABCI does is we provide the masterclass, the aviation marketing masterclass. So how is that working for you and your staff?
The marketing masterclass is, again, it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of fun. It's really helped us to understand what your capabilities are. As a business owner in the aviation industry, my industry is very specialized. So my staff is very specialized and focused on what we know in our core competence. Things like marketing, we don't have a lot of background and knowledge. I'd read books, I'd gone to seminars, I tried to understand it, but to me it was all cloak and dagger. What you've really done is shared a process in your training to help me understand the art and science. Not that I'm ever going to be a marketing person. In fact, you've convinced me that I don't want to be a marketing person. But what you have done is you've helped me to understand how to best work with our marketing person collaboratively so we speak the same language. And Paula, I get the impression that when we were doing that class, you were learning just as much about us as we were learning about marketing.
That's absolutely true. The teacher always learns more than the student. I think that's always the case. And so the consulting and the masterclass really feed on each other and help us deliver the best product for our clients. So every time we do a masterclass, we learn more that we can then help our clients with. And every time we do a consulting engagement, we learn more that we can add to the masterclass. And I don't think we would do either one as well without the other. And so we've really enjoyed it, and we really enjoy you guys participating, because that makes it that much better, having you guys put these lessons to work in the real world and tell us what results you're getting, and close that loop with us and make sure that we're telling the truth and that we're doing things in the best possible way.
Well, it's helping us to understand what the marketing piece does. Again, without having a marketing background, I really wasn't understanding how integral it is to your overall sales effort. And when you're in a bad economy and you're looking at an additional cost for something you really don't understand, like marketing, it's hard to make that investment. What we realize now is we should have been doing more spending on our marketing effort as we've survived this bad economy. That really is one of the things that's going to help grow your business. Sales and marketing are a cohesive group. Marketing helps to drive, as a function of your sales process, your brand, your message out to your clients. What business doesn't want to have more people hear their message? It just means through natural progression that you're going to see more sales. And that's exactly what we've been experiencing with your help.
Well, that's great. I know one thing that I was really impressed with you guys is we actually advised you to discontinue some advertising that you had been doing. And then you came back to me and said, where should I reapply that money to marketing? And I didn't have an answer ready for you, but that's one thing that I learned is that you guys were learning so quickly that you were seeing the value and you wanted to redeploy that same money back into marketing, into a more efficient vehicle.
Yeah, it's been a great experience for us, for my business partner, myself, and my entire sales team, to understand more about the process, to understand how do you capture the best return on investment. I tell the story, as you know, Paula, I've been an airline pilot most of my career, and we joke about customers in the back of the airplane that have flown Microsoft Flight Simulator, and they think they're pretty proficient on how to fly the airplane. And we all know that in reality, they would never try to fly an airplane like an airliner.
We hope not.
They rely on us.
Right.
They rely on us to make those decisions because we are the trained professionals. And one of the things that I would never do as a captain is go back and say, excuse me, would you like the ILS, the NDB, or the VOR approach today? One of the things that you've done is really guided us to know which approach is right, how to spend the money correctly. It's very, very collaborative and cohesive, and the results are already starting to be felt within our organization.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much for spending some time with us today.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be here.